catching up. I have to start YouTube and Facebook at the same time. So let me just make sure that YouTube is all set to go as well, and that our live stream is really happening. So I have to adjust this 1 second. And I'm looking at all these notifications from Facebook right now. It's telling me I'm live, and I can put on a mask to give myself a fun look while I'm doing this video. So I think I'm going to skip that part, and we'll just make sure that YouTube's all set up over here on the other side and that live stream. Let's see if we're having, yeah, so YouTube's all set there as well. So the 2 cameras again. If you were with me last week, I did Facebook Live from downtown Philadelphia. All right, both cameras are going, so now everything's all happy. So sorry for all the delays today. It's still a little funky because we do this with 2 cameras, and you just have to make sure that everything's all set. So we're good. So last week I did Facebook Live from downtown Philly, and I was at a networking event with the Jewish Business Association, or Networking Association. So we heard from Philadelphia Mayor James Kinney, and a couple questions about technology, but not so much. The Philadelphia schools just don't have the budget for it. But the rest of it was about Philadelphia and construction and future of the city. But what I did while I was down there, so I did a Facebook Live myself, so I was not able to do that from YouTube, because as you may know, that YouTube broadcast, that's the version of YouTube Live, can only be done from a laptop or a desktop computer, unless you have, I think it's like over 10,000 followers, subscribers on YouTube, which I do not have. So I am not cleared for that, so I can't do Facebook, or YouTube Live, excuse me, from a mobile devices yet. And then I do Facebook Live right from my phone, because it's pretty easy. So while I was down there, I did my Facebook Live broadcast, skipped YouTube, but I also taught someone else how to do Facebook Live for their page. And same results that we've been seeing across the board for Facebook Lives, that you get 9-10 times the reach of a normal Facebook post. So I really recommend using live broadcasting to get more reach and hopefully get more customers or clients or leads for your business. So I'm going to cover a couple things. It's sort of like a weekly recap I'm going with. Answer to, I think 2-3 weeks ago, question was, BeLive TV is the simulcast product that we kind of went with. I'm not using it on my channel today. I'm going to probably try it out, but one thing at a time. I wanted to make sure that the 2-camera mode was working, and it doesn't seem that anybody went with using one product like Wirecast or BeLive for a multi-stream, because the cost gets to be pretty expensive, and there are some versions or some payment models, subscription models, where you have to pay for the number of people that subscribe or are actually watching live. And for some of the bigger channels that I work with, it gets pretty expensive, so they're not interested in that. So they're just sticking to doing, so I'm doing 2 cameras, they are doing back to back. They'll do Facebook Live real quick and then hop over to YouTube broadcast and repeat the broadcast. And then they'll do a different Facebook channel later on, or Facebook page later on in the day, different time. So that's how they are managing that, and that is to keep their costs down. A little bit late today because I have my favorite friend, Cappuccino, with me. And if you check out my Instagram account, you'll see I put up a lot of coffee pictures, because that's how I get through the workday. So I'm on cup 2, even though it's only noon time. So a couple things I'm going to cover right after we're done with this video. So this is live version. I wish I could get rid of all these Facebook notifications that are popping up. It says at the bottom, we're still spreading the word that you're live. This may take a minute. And that's true. That's very true about live broadcasts. Facebook recommends that you speak a minimum of 10 minutes, because it does take a while for people to get the notification. They get it on Facebook, or they get it through a pop-up on YouTube. They may be getting it through an email notification if they're subscribers, and it takes them time to log in and catch up to you. And you'll see that if you do live broadcasts, that the majority of your views actually happen after the broadcast is ended. This is across the board finding from all the channels that I work with. So last week I was at the JBN networking event, but I also went to an event sponsored by Facebook itself. I posted some pictures, so if you look on my Facebook page, I hope that you like the page. You'll see that I posted a few pictures there, and it was talking about advertising with Facebook, because they're looking to get more and more small business advertisers. And I wanted just to see what the event was about. So it was nothing there was news to me. I run Facebook campaigns that are up to $5 grand a day at times, depending on what's going but I just wanted to see what they were talking about and what they were telling small businesses. So they kind of went, it was a little bit steep learning curve. If prerequisites for coming to the event, they wanted you to set up a Facebook page or have one set up so you knew what they were talking about. So that's the level of business owner they were talking to. So they went from setting up a Facebook page, and they didn't show you how to do that. They wanted you to do that ahead of time. But then they went right into custom audiences and lookalike audiences, which is a big jump from I just opened a page to using custom audiences on Facebook. Custom audiences are for advertisers, and what custom audiences or lookalike audiences or saved audiences are audiences that you can create on Facebook. So think of your email list. You can take your whole email list and upload that to Facebook. It gets hashed, so it's anonymous, and then you can advertise to your email subscribers on Facebook. And they don't know, the reason why they're getting hit with an ad, but I do have a YouTube video about that, of how you can, it's called How You Can Spy in Your Competitor's Facebook Targeting, and that can show you how you, or why you're being targeted with a Facebook ad. And it's just dropping down the upper right corner of a newsfeed ad and looking at what your targeting is. I'm going to do a YouTube video on how to shut off some of that targeting or block that out or change your advertiser settings. But back to this Facebook Live event. So they were talking about how to use custom audiences and lookalikes for your Facebook advertising and your targeting. And what that can really do is help save you money. So you can narrow down your audience that you're advertising to, and that's how you save money. It doesn't do you any good to advertise to the wrong audience. You can waste a lot of money on social media advertising if you're blasting to everybody. For example, if you put up an ad to everyone who liked your page, but you were selling baby products. So whatever your Facebook page is, you would only want to advertise baby products for parents or someone who's expecting a child, but you might have other people on the page who don't actually have children or are not interested in buying baby products or children's products. So you want to narrow that down, and you can use the behaviors and interests in Facebook's advertising backend, and you have to be in the business manager for that, and you can target ads towards custom audiences. So that's what that was about. So you can upload your email list, you can upload a phone number list, and then you can use behaviors and interests like people who travel, people who have a job, people who own a certain kind of car, because it's usually an indicator of income level, male, female, age ranges, all kinds of things are in there. It's important to look at the data sources of how Facebook acquired that information, and it gives you an idea of how reliable it is. So that's custom audiences and saved audiences. I have a few blog posts on that at MetroNY.com, and I think we're going to add some YouTube videos about it. It's much easier to show, so those are going to be screen shares. So I hope you like my Facebook page. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, and you get a notification. We put up a new video like every Saturday, and I'm trying to do Facebook Live on Wednesday. I'm thinking of moving it to Friday, and I'm going to base that decision on some of the statistics I see on both YouTube and Facebook on what's the best day to watch. I've noticed that Tuesday, Wednesday seem the best day, so I might even move these videos to Tuesday. I got to see how that works, but I'm wondering if this is the best time frame for my page and my channel. So I was at the Facebook Live event, so that was called Facebook Blueprint, and it was beginner level. They have, I think, 6 or 7 going on throughout the country. So if you're in the area, like I think Boston, Philly, I didn't look at the western cities that are hosting it. So if you have the opportunity to go to that, just go check it out. And there was actually some other local area, like SCORE was there, the Small Business Administration was there, one of the Delaware County Chamber of Commerce. And I'm going to be doing a workshop with SCORE, I think in June, and I'll announce that because I met them there. And that's really what I was going there for. I knew that a Facebook event wasn't really for me, but I wanted to meet the other people that were there and do some workshops. So that really worked out. I have a booklet almost done. It's about embedding live videos and repurposing them. So putting them in emails, putting them on your website. It was actually all done. And I do have the YouTube live version, the YouTube broadcast, over on my website, MetroNY.com, so you can watch this video live from my website. So I'm adding another source of viewership there, and so I'm writing a booklet on that. It was all done, but then we decided to include Twitter and Periscope in it as well, so I have to add that on. I got to finish that up. And so what do we have in social media news? I'm looking at my notes to myself today. So Pinterest, I don't talk too much about Pinterest on MetroNY.com because I talk a lot about it on my other website, pintalk.net. So you could always, there's another YouTube channel there, and that website, you can find the link off the website, Cappuccino Time. So Pinterest said they are doing away with the like button. You remember, I don't know, was it last year, maybe even a year and a half ago, they killed the pin it button, which was sort of their, I thought, their centerpiece. You pin things, and they changed it into the save button because it was more universal, and as they expanded outside of the US, they wanted something that made more sense. But now the like button is going away as well because, as some say, Pinterest feels they are not a social media platform. I don't know about that one. So I like the like button. Pinterest is going to keep all of our likes. It doesn't sound like the like button is being replaced with anything, but the like button is going away. It's not updated in the app. It's not updated on desktop Pinterest yet. No actual time frame on when the engineering change is coming, but that is coming. There wasn't really a big explanation from Pinterest of why that's going to happen. Let's see, I hope that this is a much better broadcast. We had the Wi-Fi completely rewired, a little struggle with files there, but much faster connection. I'm going to be doing a video as soon as I'm done with this video. We have the studio all set up today, and I'm going to talk about optimizing YouTube live broadcasts. And one of those is the latency or connection speed, because you can make two choices there. So I hope that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I'll show you how to optimize YouTube broadcasts, including adding links to the information that's going on in the video, the title, scheduling. You can actually monetize YouTube live broadcasts, and you can add cards and a custom thumbnail to that as well. So, and all that can be set up ahead of time. I talk a little bit about that in that booklet I'm writing about live video. And Facebook, you can't do that. You can, on Facebook Live, after the video is live and posted to your page, you can change the thumbnail, you can add some more information and edit it and download a copy, but you can't do that ahead of time like you can in a YouTube broadcast. So it's a really convenient feature, and I'll show you how to do that in one of my upcoming YouTube videos. It's going to get filmed today, and then it goes to editing. Twitter announcement. So Twitter had an earnings call, and so it was for Q1, first quarter 2017. They actually gained 9 million users and 548 million in revenue. So they're not dead, but they're definitely still struggling. I happen to love Twitter. I spend a lot of time on it. You know, if you tweet at me there, you almost always get me, real me, answering you. And I make a lot of connections there. So I really like Twitter. I hope they kind of get up to speed. They're going to embrace video even more, but they are kind of the original with Periscope, right? And add some new features. So they just need to make changes and get a little more current, appeal to a different age, a broader age range, not a different age range, as I say. In comparison, so you have Twitter with 9 million users. That was quarter 1, 2017. Facebook for quarter 4, 2016. You know how many users they gained? 1.86 billion users compared to Twitter's 9 million. Of course, Facebook, total social giant. We wouldn't expect Twitter to approach those numbers, but 9 million, it's respectable. They're working on it. And if you want to know revenue to revenue, Twitter 548 million, which is actually down from when they went IPO, whereas Facebook made over 8 billion, almost $9 billion. Upcoming videos, so after we finish live, we're going to wrap this up in a few minutes. I'm going to be talking about how to optimize your YouTube live broadcasts, meaning setting all that information up ahead of time. I'm going to show you that. We actually did a new thing today. We scheduled this Facebook Live, we scheduled this YouTube Live, Facebook Live is always in there as an event. I recommend doing that. Put your Facebook Live broadcast in as an event so people know it's coming, they know when to tune in, and they know when to check back. Most people watch your live broadcast later on. The reach goes on for about 48 hours. YouTube, so we scheduled this YouTube, but we see that in the optimization, and you'll see this in the video because I'm going to go right into my own stats in the YouTube broadcast video. I'm going to record in a couple minutes. Our time zone is goofed up. So I set the time zone, but the countdown timer in YouTube to when the live broadcast is off by an hour. So we gamed that a little by adjusting the time zone, but it's not right. So we got to figure out, and that might involve Google support, find out how to get that right, because we want to have the countdown timer accurate on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, so it's not working out. And I'm also going to be doing a video on UTM tracking. So that's the Urchin tracking module. You know, Google bought them out. If you knew Urchin from years ago on the internet, that's a way to tag your absolutely everything, organic social posts. Of course, you want to tag your AdWords ads, any kind of paid, and you can tag your tweets, you can tag your Facebook posts. In YouTube, it's a little bit difficult. If you look in the description below videos, I have those URLs tagged so I know where that traffic came from. But when you use cards, annotations, which are going away in YouTube, and you use end screens, you can't tag those, which I wish you could, but they do those track pretty well in Google Analytics. So tagging is a way to know where the traffic is coming from. You may look at your social media posts and think that, well, no one ever clicks through. If you're not tagging your links, meaning adding on additional information to your links, it's your information in Google Analytics is not accurate. I guarantee it, because you're going to see a huge chunk. Everyone has it in their Google Analytics. The biggest chunk of their traffic comes from refer. It'll say referral not set, right? Irritating because you don't know where that traffic comes from. If you start adding tagging to your links that you put in blog posts, your social media links, anywhere else you leave a link, you'll see that that traffic will clean up, and you'll find that a lot of your referred or not set traffic actually belongs in the social category or other categories, and that helps Google clean that up. Google Analytics guesses to some extent at where the traffic is coming from. Things move from HTTPS, secure to non-secure, that tracking and that source can get dropped, and it ends up in that not set group, and you really want to know where your biggest ROI comes from and where to put the effort and the money at, or what needs improvement, and tagging will show you the way. So I'm going to do a blog post on using UTM tracking specifically with Buffer and Hootsuite, and then I'm going to talk about it from Pinterest aspect, and then I'll talk about a general social media aspect. So I don't know, I'm trying to squeak out like 5 videos today. Usually 4 is my limit before I just get tired of it. And I'm going to be covering the Pinterest like button as well, and what that means for us. So, and what else are we working on? We're working on depth of field. So if you check out the newest YouTube videos, they're not up yet, but it'll start with the ones we're filming today. We moved a bookcase behind me, and what we're trying to work on with the camera now, I'm always working on improving my YouTube videos. I'm working on depth of field, or bokeh. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. B-O-K-E-H, bokeh. So what we're trying to do is blur the background behind me, which is something I always wanted to add to the YouTube videos, just take them up to another level, more professional level. And so they're still talking heads. We're doing some picture-in-picture today with screen shares, and I'm going to blur out the background. I know that we still have not purchased the right lens, and I've talked to, I don't know, 4 or 5 camera experts about what lens to buy. Tina, who edits my videos, over here trying to make all the camera work, and I know we're going to get that right, so she tells me I need a new lens, and I still have to buy that because I was unsure which to buy, and we're working on blurring the background, so you'll see us horsing around with that. So the bookcase will be in today, but not the effect that we're looking for. It's just an experiment, so that's our next step. After that, we're going to upgrade the camera. I know that's what the next purchase is going to be. And I have upcoming speaking engagements. So be at Affiliate Summit East, which is probably end of July, early August. I got to check the dates. PubCon, which is November in Las Vegas. I'm going to be talking at the University of Detroit in the fall. I don't have that date yet, and I got an email from St. Joe's this morning, and would I come in and talk to the students there. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I have a SCORE workshop coming up in June. So all kinds of live events, and if you're in those areas, it's Vegas, New York, Philadelphia area, love to meet you. But let's connect on social. Follow me on Twitter. My MetroNY is my handle there. You have to be watching this from the Facebook page, MetroNY.com, and on my YouTube channel as well. Subscribe, like those pages, and then you get a notification when things come up. We can connect on social. So check back next Wednesday for the next live video, and I'll kind of give you some results of our horsing around with the camera and what else is going on in social world. But that was it. Twitter has some earnings, Pinterest getting rid of their button, and gaming our Facebook Live, and we're still working with live video and what's the best for simulcasting and earnings report. And we've learned, what did we learn from last week with Facebook Live is one, my friend who was trying to do it, you got to have a really fresh battery in your phone if you're going to do Facebook Live, because it really sucks the battery. And the Wi-Fi connection has to be really strong, and that was part of our issue. So my Facebook Live video was very short because the Wi-Fi was really, really wonky there. So that's what we have for today. Tune back next Wednesday, 12 noon Eastern time, and I'll see you back soon.